This evening's update or live, I would like to go over what I think are the key points here this evening. And my son's here in the background playing with this little train, so we're all gonna have to deal with the music. This is what he does. But XRP right now, it looks like the crypto market as a whole, it looks like we're setting up for a push here. Now, we've had a few cryptocurrencies so far that have started to push up. We've got Algo up 5.78%. Doge is up 4.64% as of real late. HBAR has been up about 5% most of the day. But a lot of the other cryptos seem to be lagging behind, at least some of them. But just recently here, we're starting to see these formations start to break up a little bit. And on Doge, Algorand, we had a nice W reversal. And as it came down, it broke back with them. But these were short targets before. Now they've reversed back up. But we've had this downward consolidation here. And the same thing here. We had a W that was formed in the downward consolidations. And on the XRP chart, it seems like we're doing the exact same thing. We're going to take a look at a few of them. But XRP, I drew this out earlier when it started to make the drop. And I was talking to Julie and I said, it feels like it's the perfect time for the market with that consolidation. It felt like, because I knew there was the liquidation zone on Bitcoin, which we were talking about. So it ended up coming up there with Bitcoin to 77,400. But there's still a gap up there that could still be taken. But now that Bitcoin came up there, it feels like some of these altcoins now are looking for the continuation up. And XRP set up like this, it's an interesting setup, but it is suggesting that we should have a continuation here. And now the question is, do we come to 59? Do we come to 58? Do we just come to 56? And just come up to the top of these resistance areas? It seems to me like XRP is looking to be one of these on the next 5 to 6 to 7% moves. But we'll take a look at Bitcoin. I want to take a look at IOTA, IOTX. I want to take a look at ZIL this evening. And let me say hi to everybody real quickly. Sorry, I got thrown off a little bit in the beginning because my son, you guys all heard. I wanted to make sure he was okay. But Daniel, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 3 months with the XP Meteor. Sorry for anybody that I didn't get to already. Terry, welcome in. CJ2 Pilot, welcome in. Thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. JW, good evening, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XP589 Moon badge. Crazy Pole, welcome in, and thanks for being in time. I gotta see that again. I gotta go turn something off real quick that my son left on. It's right next to me. Okay. There we go. So I don't remember what I was just talking about. But with XRP, we're gonna take a close look at it, because to me, it still hasn't fulfilled what I thought it was going to. I still have a long position in XRP. It was down, it's been up. Right now it's slightly up, but it's been all over the freaking place. And I'm still willing to let it run out. And I'm willing to risk some of the money, some of it on it. And then I had an H-bar long, which did fantastic. I had a amp long that did fantastic. And now I've taken some of those profits and I've decided to take 10x trade up in XLM and IOTX and IOTA. And they each have approximately 30,000 tokens. And then ZIL is approximately 85,000 tokens. And I've literally just spliced it off of profits here that I've made. And I still have locked up right now because I put it into the 10x variety through leverage. It's something I do sometimes when I'm not in a holding position for a long scale hold. Well, maybe I am and it might trick me, which is fine. But I like to branch off when I think things can happen. And then there's minimal risk. I have 4,800 of my $5,400 portfolio locked up. 200 of it is in the copy trading. So that doesn't apply to this, even though we are in a trade. So I try to do things in a pretty interesting way when we start to have rallies, and then it minimizes my downside risk, even though if this doesn't play out, I'd be looking at $65 loss on XRP, And about, in totality, it'd probably cost me $130 to $150 if this doesn't pan out. And it feels like to me it's about to break out in so many ways. I think we're going to get a lot of mimicking of some of these other charts. I think ZIL is well behind as well. And I think we're consolidated like this. Oh, shoot, I forgot about Matic. I completely forgot about Matic. I'm glad somebody brought that up. But I'm going to do the intro here. Is he okay?
Was he mad that you started your live?
I don't know. He might have been. Matic seems like it started to make this bounce up too. Yeah, Matic's already done it. Look at this. We missed Matic. 12%. This is what I'm talking about for market-wide. Matic's already done this. It's in the consolidation and it just pushed up and did its 12%. It might even do more, but this is what I'm seeing in the market. It looks like it wants to come up. Matic did it throughout the day. This is what I've been seeing. Oh, yeah, XRP's in a beautiful bull flag right now. So, yeah, Matic was great. I didn't even know it was that low. I've had my mind on so many different things right now. And I like algo going 6% makes me feel real good for IOTA and IOTX's chances. The fact that the market moved in the way it did and we got the consolidation earlier makes me feel pretty good about this as well. Julie's living on cloud 9 right now because her Doge is up over 20 cents again. So we're feeling pretty good about that. I've tried to encourage everybody when Doge was down at 5 cents to buy it with me, 5.2 cents after we sold it at 57. And that was the spot I determined was a great spot. And now it's just you hold and you hold and you hold until it gets to where you want to go. But as far as the market wide, there's some optimism here. Reason to be optimistic, but don't be overly like, the greed is very high. We're in extreme greed. And like I said this morning in my update, that's not a bad thing. If you want to continue this rally, the greed's got to be up there. You got to have a lot of greed. And it does look like with these consolidations, it looks like this is going to play off to the next level. XRP looks very similar to Doge prior to the run up. Very similar to this 4%. It had this exact same wick up, came down within, and now it looks like it wants to push through. Doge is a little bit bigger, but you can still see the setup like that. It seems, and you can see the inverse head and shoulder within this little flag here as well. It kind of looks like, not only that, IOTA had its own setup, and it had this little consolidation. That's a lot different than you see with Doge. And then IOTA looks exactly like Algo before it just made that bump. See that? IOTA looks like it's just lagging behind. And then IOTX is kind of set up in a different style bull flag, but it looks like a W is going to play through here. So I'm very, very interested to see this in the next 12 hours roughly. I think this is going to be, I think we're getting ready here. This could be a good weekend. And some of them are prematurely starting to push up already. Like they couldn't wait for the weekend. For transparency, IOTA is up, I don't know, 1.7% since I bought it. So it's like 17% up. IOTA, the IOTX is barely up. I bought it at 393. XRP, you all know if you're copy trading where I bought that. And then XLM was, I don't know, I bought it yesterday and a little bit 10.0 something. You guys know 10.08, 10, I don't know, right about where it's at. And then ZIL, I bought it at 1461, so literally just before I came on the air. So just spawning some profits. I cashed out some profits on H-bar, some over the top, and I tried to spawn some of these positions on good trading. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep it all transparent here before we get into this because there's a lot to go over. That was a very long, hey, here's what's going on. But I think it's very warranted sometimes for me to go through the intro and just explain what my thought process is. So thank you to the ones that are here. Make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. This live. I would greatly appreciate it, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments because there's no guarantee that I'm right. I am not a financial advisor, and Lord knows I've been wrong enough. You know, but I've been tracking a setup, and it still hasn't satisfied the move for me yet. So much as I was anticipating a Bitcoin move up into that 77,000 plus region earlier this morning, And I said it was unfathomable to me that it wouldn't come up here and at least tap this. It hit those liquidity zones, the lower ends of those liquidities. So this could be a case where you see how this is consolidating. I think we've already been told that this is going to come up. And I only say that because we've had algo, which is similar to Bitcoin on this consolidation. That's exactly what Bitcoin's doing, and these ended up pulling up eventually. And then Doge, same thing. Oh, no, not Doge. Algo, and which was the other one that looked similar? Algo. There was one more that we had that looked very similar. Maybe it was H-bar. Oh, yeah, H-bar was... Not... H-bar was a more traditional bull flag, though. But as far as how Bitcoin's set up, I would say Bitcoin leans very much on that upward consolidation like Doge had. And then this should play up in a flag. This should play up still. So I don't know. Bitcoin still seems like it's not done. And our targeted area right now is 78,356. And that is the... Not the short target, because the short target was just all-time highs on Bitcoin. And that was at 73,697. Then we resisted, came back and hit support on the megaphone pattern, which is the cup and handle consolidation on the handle. Then we came back up and broke 73,697. Had a heck of a lot of consolidation today. A heck of a lot of it. And it makes me feel like, you know, it was a lot to try to throw a lot of people out. And now it still feels like to me, Bitcoin still needs to break up. Like, you never know when the end is and if they're just going to pull it down. But it certainly feels like Bitcoin is not done yet. Like, I just got this gut feeling that we ain't done yet, that we're not done yet. And just on the charts, too, they're speaking to me like, Tom, you know what's going on here. So what? You have a few $100 risk. Big freaking deal. In the grand scheme, if this plays out, it's going to be well worth the risk. And I've been, like I said, I try to be diligent with it. So my spot trading has led me into a moment to where now I can branch off. I sold out the good spot positions, and then I bought back what I needed to, divvied up the profits, and re-locked up my other stuff in the United States digital currency to the tune of like $4,700 on BITUNIX right now. And now I've got about $420 available. And then I've also got the $200 approximately that's in the copy trading. So that's how my portfolio is. So you're talking $600 total dollars out of 5,400 plus is available to play with right now. That's it. And I do it strategically. So, you know, it's very difficult. But when I do the lever trading, copy trading, I'll only open one thing at a time. I'm not going to exhaust the audience because my loss tolerance might not be yours. So good evening. 6:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, November 8th. 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I have a strong suspicion that I might not be able to see comments. I'm not sure, though, if anybody's commenting. Julie, are you on my live? Oh, okay.
I can.
Well, I was just curious if anybody was... Oh, okay, here we go. I got a comment, Julie. See, I didn't get to see these other ones. I didn't see the comment about Solana. Is it on a bull flag or from UK Phil or John? I wonder why it didn't let me see it before, unless I just missed it. But welcome in, everybody. I do greatly, greatly appreciate you. The ones in Tom's Army, an extra shout out to you. Thank you so much for just supporting me through this. It makes a lot of difference to me. A lot. AMP is another one that I still think is about to break up. So AMP, that's a nice V-shaped recovery. You know, it seems we just halting in place for... Yep. That's true. Anti-communist says, give Tom a thumbs up. And a comment, absolutely. It just feels like the entire market's about to do this 10% move. And like, we can be scared of a drop. But the fact we had that consolidation down earlier, it makes me feel like after 7 o'clock, we're going to get hot here. We could get hot here. We really could get hot here. John, hopefully, oh yeah, John is the one who asked me about that. John, yeah, Matic's great, but it already went up 12.4%. I'm looking for particularly the ones that haven't made that move yet, honestly. Because I know it feels like the whole market's going to make that same move on this continuation bounce. It really does. It really, really does. And I'm going to be very happy if it does it during the live on some of the ones that we're talking about. But you guys all know how I feel about IOTA, IOTX, and some of the other ones. So I haven't hid my excitement here the last couple days very well, and we've done very well. We predicted the H bar move before it happened last night, so that was a nice one. We did the AMP move before it happened a couple days ago. The first part of it, we were in XRP in the beginning. We knew Bitcoin too was very bullish despite the market predictors because it was over the megaphone. So like I feel very good about what I'm seeing earlier today, and Julie can vouch for this. When the market was going down, I told her it doesn't feel right, and I feel like it's still going to go up, and this is going to make a massive reversal. Did I not, Julie? And I was very confident in it all day. In fact, I even lowered my stop loss on XRP. I was going to get it out first at 542, and then I said, no, I'm lowering it to 538, and then I lowered it to 536 because I didn't want to be out. I wanted to ride this, and it's a $200 10x position. So I know some that are copy trading, maybe the risk tolerance is too high for you, and that's why I say, like, the copy trading might not be the right route for most of you. I think listening to my spot positioning, and even if I do take like $100 or $150 and turn it into what my spot would have been, I do that sometimes if I'm not in a long holding mood. Like XRP, I'll never do that. XRPs, I have physical holdings, you know. So anyhow, I do believe a lot of tokens will disappear. That's why I only buy IoT and iOS tokens. I don't deal with the meme bull carb. I don't care about the meme tokens. I don't deal with any of those quick run and gunners because the truth is most of those, the people will talk to me in the comments, and there's nothing wrong with this. When it's up 37, 47, 200, 700%, but then when it goes down 75 to 90% like they always do, and every single person who bought up for that entire 300% run is now underwater, they never bring it back up. You know, it never gets brought back up. So it's the same thing for the last several days I've heard about GOAT, right? And everybody's telling everybody to buy it. Well, now it's down 12%. Nobody talks about it. Well, like I always say, these meme token styles, even though this is one branch that I suppose you could say off of the XRP's ecosystem, you know, where's all of the headwind right now for it? It's down 15% here from the top. And I hear nothing about it now. I heard everything about it when it was up here. I'll be honest, and when it came up here, but every time it consolidated, my chat goes dead. To the point where I put it on here and still nobody talks about it. They were talking about it while it was pumping, but once it consolidated 15, 20%, nobody wants to talk about it no more. But that's the time you should be talking if you think that it can continue. I'm so excited to see if this market can do what we're thinking. I'm excited to see if it's going to play out in the fashion. I really, really am. And I am so blessed and honored to be able to have an audience like I have to be able to enjoy this with me. So let's get to it real quick. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here. You heard the chaos when I started. So it's one of those Friday nights here after a school week. So Jorge, thank you so much for being in Tom's Army for your second month with the Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News. He says, hit the like button and subscribe to the best TA on YouTube. That is a big compliment. Yes, we have 95. Dude, we have 95 people in here. 62 likes, not too shabby. So let's get into XRP right now. So the setup we have, and I'm very happy that it stayed within this because I thought I was going to have to move it down a little bit, which I only had to level it out by less than 0.25%. So when I drew this out after it started to do that consolidation earlier, I started to notice, like, and there was a reason why I didn't want to be out before this wick right here, because that was the bull flag that it broke out of initially. A lot of times you come back and test that setup, and that's exactly what we've done twice now. Let's just make this perfectly lined up. And this is the setup. So to me, even if it was going to break down, you want to confirm the setup. We've only had 2 hits on support, 2 hits on resistance. So this pattern, if it's going to break up, this would be the time. Like, this would be the time. And it would be the time. I don't know how else to say it. Like, sometimes I'm excited because I can see opportunity. And for crypto, it's been a long minute since I felt this kind of opportunity if it plays out. You know, a lot of times we can feel an opportunity, but then what ends up happening? Oh, well, you know, it breaks down like it did today. But instead of pulling back up and the opportunity still seems to be in front of us, it ends up breaking down. Today, I don't have that same feeling. Today, I feel like we still need to continue. I get that overwhelming feeling. But like I said, ladies and gentlemen, in the crypto market, if you're looking to make some money, there is always a risk attached to it. Fortunately for me, I've been through good trading practices for years now. I've been able to build a portfolio to where I'm comfortable with doing things that I need to do. So, and if I lose a few dollars, I lose a few dollars. It's part of the trial and error. I placed the limit long at 53.90. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Beautiful. Let's go, Tom. Always enjoy your TA. I appreciate that, STO Len. Beautiful, Stolen. I love it, Stolen. I thought your name was Len at first, and then I read through it. I'm like, wait a minute. That would not be Len. That is Stolen. So, we've got XRP. We see that little bit of a setup. With IOTA, it looks like nice W reversal. It looks like we're just moments away from, at least, if I'm guessing here, if it does break up, which I suspect it will. Let's see. I would say it's probably, well, first area it's going to have to target is right here. So the first move we might see here, and it could be a quick shot as it happens, is 4.39% up to about that 12.6 cents. And then overall, it's going to probably try to retest this area. And there's that 10% move that I feel like I'm seeing market wide. And it could be a much bigger move than this. I'm just saying the initial push up, for me, it seems like it's going to do something like, let me pull this out. It seems like it's going to do something either to here or more. I feel like this is what it's trying to aim for, something like that. So it feels like it wants to come up to somewhere around here. However, you have to get over this first layer. But everything I'm seeing here, it makes me feel good about what I'm seeing. So that's what I'm going to be watching for, you know, in the next hours to come here and for IOTA. Algo's up 7% now. I just feel like Algo is telling us everything we need to know because it had the exact same consolidation. I think ZIL is the other one that seems to set up pretty suspiciously in the same way.
You're gonna have a talk with your kitty. She went to the Kamala Harris house.
She what?
She went to the Kamala Harris house.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe they're the ones who feed her. They like free stuff. But, well, if they're nice, you should be nice to everybody, Julie. That's true. It doesn't matter political division. That's all it is. I don't look at the politics. I just look at the stuff that's going on. Angel, it's going great, my friend. Massey XDC. Oh, somebody said it's snowing. Well, no, that's just what I have behind me. It's not technically snowing in Michigan yet, but I can do this because it's that time of the year, right? I also have my Christmas tree up already, me and Julie. We had it up since the day after Halloween. So I'm one of those people, and so is Julie. We love Christmas. And not because of what some people would call the satanic nonsense or because of the gift giving. I just like the feeling of magic and the feeling of prosperity and love that can be shown outside of the gifts. And family, yes. I do. I like the togetherness. And I'm one for the cheesy Hallmark movie when it comes to that kind of stuff. Let's take a look at the one thing I want to look at the total crypto market cap too. It's up 1.12%. Tell me that doesn't look like a precursor to trying to pull. These look like they need to come to a head. And I'm not saying it's going all the way to 2.95, but what I am saying, and I could be wrong, you know, I could be full of shit. That's the problem. Excuse my French, I could be full of manure. But I think like the total crypto market cap is probably trying to pull up to there. It seems like it wants to pull up to, that seems about right to me. That 5.7% move seems right to me. And now if it wants to do the, you know, 15, 20%, I suppose 15, I could come up here. But to me, this feels right. And it feels right. Sounds good. Is he just sitting in his chair? Okay. It just looks like it. And we measured the move down. It almost fulfilled that when it had to consolidate. That's why I'm not mad about this. And that's why I feel like as long as it held these areas, we were fine. And it came down to 1.68. Not all the way to 1.55. But it did come around, though. See, it swung, and I never remeasured it from this side. But anyhow, you get the picture here. That looks like a nice inverse setup here. And that's a cup and handle that's breaking out right now, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I don't know how else to put this. It was a huge descending consolidation initially. But let me just draw this real quick. The total crypto market cap. And for the bottom of this, like, look at this. Now it's breaking out. This handle is breaking out. The handles across crypto are breaking out. Bitcoin's handle is trying to break. Well, it's already broken out. Not trying to. It's already broken out. And some are like, oh, well, Bitcoin went up. You know, it was up a few hundred points earlier higher. Big deal. That drop it came down to now is nothing. Look at it. It made a new high today. Despite everything, it barely gave anything away. And it made a new high. Now, whether or not it closes over the new high is another question. But we're consolidating very nicely here. And we're above the cup and handle breakout. So it's been a pretty interesting day. Hope your son is well. XRP is Godzilla. My son's doing pretty well, indeed. He's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well. I'm very proud of him. He had a great week at school. He had speech and physical therapy this week. A couple days after school, and he did great. So he's been doing great. Solana, I see a lot of people talking about. I'll look at it very quickly, only because we're in the moment right now. Then I want to take a look at ZIL. I don't know how many people are going to stick around today, just because I'm all over the place. Oh, that looks fantastic, actually. All of these do. I'm telling you, the whole freaking market is breaking up on a cup and handle. Same with, telling you guys, it always bites you when you least expect it in the crypto markets, right? And a lot of people are like, you should have seen my comments this morning. And that's why I thought, you know, maybe we are closer. That handle, if it breaks out, you are coming guaranteed to guaranteed to retest the top of the handle. I mean, the top of the cup, because that's your first target. And then the breakout would be on top of the cup. Like, if this breaks out, it's not just Solana. It's not just Bitcoin. XRP has this exact same setup, folks. And a lot of people don't believe me the more I say it. But it's true. If these do break up, you're talking about a $381 in totality move on Solana. If this plays out on a real cup and handle, you're talking about 90% here. XRP, from where it's at, will outdo Solana. If they all play the cup and handle truthfully, XRP should bring it from 50, what are we at, 55 to about $1.18. So that would be over a 1x. But that's not going to happen overnight. But if it does start to break up, it's going to happen quicker than most think. I can tell you that right now. I think when this is all said and done in this cycle, probably top 4 for XRP. Not through the cycle through 28. I just mean if these cup and handles play out. But yeah, Tokyo is going to be a big reason. I see a lot of people talk about this, and some people I'm like, are they from that side of the world? Because not many in America are privy to this, but XRP is going to be helped out a lot by Japan. And I'm not just saying that to say it. I've shown evidence in the past about how actually implemented XRP is into their financial system and how easy it is for them to use it for everyday things, and how there's actual XRP machines popping up all over. XRP topping $4 this cycle. I don't know. My $4 move, that's what I think is going to happen more towards 28. I've always said, though, once you get into 25, it becomes not like the wild, wild west. Tokyo's a big spot. Yep. Absolutely. And years ago, somebody in the audience who made me a very beautiful intro, actually was from that region, or was living in that region now. And they talked about that back in 21, and they're just like, just wait. And it just keeps evolving more and more and more. But when it happens, it's going to be a big one. Pumpmaster Flash, thank you for being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge and me being abducted by aliens. I really appreciate that. Crypto Aaron, I'll have to look that name up. Have to look up that name. So yeah, so we see that. We know XLM because I got excited yesterday. Who was in here in the live yesterday when I got excited and had to buy the position? Just out of curiosity. I was very excited. And this looks like the same thing as Doge had right before the breakup. So I anticipate this move to 12 cents. I just anticipate it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'd be disappointed. You better believe it. You better believe that I would be disappointed if this didn't happen. Just like I would have been disappointed if H-bar didn't do what it did overnight. I would have been disappointed because I came on here and did an update and said the bull flag's about to break out imminently. Now it is targeting the totality 16% move, but from when I first talked about it, it has moved some of this way. I mean, it consolidated some. At one time, it was up 8.5%. It's still up 7.2% from when I put that alert out yesterday. And man, I wish that video would have did better. I have a question. Did they not alert everybody on the video, or do you guys just not care about H-bar? I'm always curious. And I did a lot of videos yesterday, but the H-bar video, I said H-bar bull flag looks to break out imminently. Expect move of 16% plus. And I talked about it within about the first 7 to 8% move. And that's what we did initially. But we talked about both layers in the update. I'm just curious. Because it's not that it did terrible but I did do, it's my fault. I did a live yesterday. I did the H-bar video. I did the XRP early afternoon video. I did another video on XRP earlier in the day. That was just, I might have did overkill yesterday, so maybe that's why. I seen it sure helped tremendously. Excellent. I bought H-bar with you last night. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. CJ2 Pile, love seeing that. Love seeing that. Love seeing that. And H-bar I don't think is done yet. I really don't. Hot into H-bar 55,000 at 491. That is excellent. Excellent job. I think I was at like 4.7 or 4. I don't remember what exactly it was. Let's see. She talks about XRP and a lot of small caps. Ooh, I like that. I like that. As long as they're not saying this is the next 10,000x coin. I hate when people do that just so they can get some free coins on the side. Good day, Tom. Hairstyle flowing. Oh, yeah. Even though it looks like I cut my hair, I did not. See this? My hair is very long now. And if I let it out of the pony, it's extremely long. Like you're talking about, it's been... I said I wouldn't cut my hair until it hits $1 or until it hits all-time highs. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to cut my hair again. Like, I really like it. I really like it. 7 o'clock here. This is what we were waiting for. Oh, yeah, Mr. Mack. It sure is. And thank you for being in Tom's Army for over 3 years with the XRP Diamond Hand badge. Man, am I a lucky son of a bitch. Excuse me. A lucky person. I'm very blessed. I believe we make our own luck. But I'm still no less blessed nonetheless, because after all, it's the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ who put me in this position. And I firmly believe that. Now, if you're looking to trade, and you can do everything you've heard me talk about today on BITUNIX, and if you have the stomach for it, you can also copy trade me. Right now, we're up a little bit. Earlier today, I was down like 25, 30 bucks in the trade. Now it's righted itself, and we're up a little bit. I don't exactly know how much. I can look, but it's not going to be a terrible amount up. Overall, we're slightly up in our copy trading venture since we started, but we were up and then we're down because this trade has been active. And as it goes, it's in real time on BITUNIX, which is nice. Going to my copy trading real quick. One person left, FYI. Yeah, right now, overall, basically nothing. We're basically even overall in our copy trading venture. We just started, but this trade has had us up as much as, I don't know, $21, or we were up as much as $21 cumulatively on the exchange, That's the most we've been up there in the copy trading. I just started it. And then we were down, and I thought I was going to be able to come on and tell this part, but then it righted itself. We were down as much as $34 in PNL, and now it's righted itself all back, and now we're up $3.71 overall in the copy trading. But on this copy trade, we're up 6% and 12.39%. It's been all over the place. It's been all over the place. All over the place. So, but that's where we sit right now. So, you know, I'm willing to let it ride. I'm letting it play out. And if you want to join me on BITUNIX, whether you want to copy trade with me or not, they have futures, and I have, like I said, with HBAR, with XLM, with IOTX, with IOTA. That's my strategic way I was able to get all the positions and still have $4,700 locked up safe in United States digital currency for a big strike if we break down. But I still have the amount of tokens I would have had and then some. Okay, and then some. But you got to be careful. It's about when you do it. So if you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you don't, it's above your pay grade right now, but you can get to that pay grade. You just got to learn. You have more learning to do. So BITUNIX, no KYC or VPN worldwide. Take it from me. As far as it works for me, and sure, copy trading, we get overcharged on fees no matter where you go. This is the least I've seen, but still, you're always going to get overcharged by copy trading. There's just a fee to pay, you know, just to have it set up and yada, yada, yada. But as far as the futures, by yourself, if you're leverage trading, my trade's only a $200 trade, and it's more than I wanted, but I put a little bit more into it because we dropped, and it just, you know what I'm saying. So it's like a $200 trade, and it's got this particular trade, if it all falls to hell, it can go $57 in the negative, I believe. We can lose $57 in this trade. So that's what can happen here. So if you want to join, you can. That's on BITUNIX. But I encourage you, don't join BITUNIX just to copy trade me. Use it so you can leverage trade yourself and buy spot positions. Like I said, I have $5,400 in the exchange, and hear me out. 4,800 or 4,700 plus is locked away in United States digital currency. 220 or 205, whatever it's at right now, 201 is in my copy trading. The other just about 400 I have in HBAR, I have in XLM, I have in IOTA and IOTX futures trades that are not part of the copy trading, because I'm doing the copy trading with XRP. And that's what I've decided to do, XRP, Bitcoin, whatever, but mostly XRP because I'm the XRP future millionaire. But with those ones, I had a spot trade where I at first had $4,000 in AMP. It made me almost $300 in a day and a half. Sold that. Then I got into HBAR initially with the spot position. That was all in spot. And then I ended up selling it after it made $200 and something after the run up. And then I bought it back after the pullback earlier, and it wasn't a big one, but I decided to split it up, the $480 I had in profit. I kept 400 of it, locked 80 of it away with the other 4,000 plus. And I ended up deciding to put it into those leverage positions. It didn't just start like that, but I wanted to involve myself in IOTA, IOTX, XLM. That also didn't start like that until we had the retracement. And it just ended up flowing like that. And it ended up being able to push around. So, you know, I try to do things strategically with keep myself at the minimal risk as possible. Even if everything went wrong, I'd have almost $4,800 locked away in USDC. And then we live to fight another day. But I don't anticipate it going to be like that. But I'm trying to give you the hints, the cues, and things I do so you don't sit here and be like, he doesn't tell me shit. I tell you everything for free. There hasn't been a donation. No new members of Tom's Army today. I'm not giving this away because somebody's donating and paying me a bunch of money. I'm giving it away because I believe in this stuff. I believe if you build yourself through spot and you want to take a little gamble with some go ahead. But don't start out just doing it. I never leverage trade until I was so far ahead already. I never once leverage traded. I used to do call options and put options in the stock market, yada, yada. But in crypto, I never did it until several years after I started getting really solid in spot. So BITUNIX, lowest spot leverage trading fees I've found in the USA. I've been all around the freaking journey. It's the best exchange I've ever been on, hands down. You can copy trade me, but be careful. Like I said, there's a risk on this trade of $57. Just because it's up $13 right now, it could reverse $70 now. And then, hey, it is what it is. And then you don't need a KYC or VPN. If you want to personally send me support, but you don't want to do it on YouTube, Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Very rarely do I get any on those. Cash App sometimes, but I keep it up there just in case. And then you can go on HOTCOIN as well. They've got VELO and a couple other ecosystems that aren't on BITUNIX, but be cautious. If you're going to leverage trade, don't do it on HOTCOIN. Do it on BITUNIX. I'm just being straight up with you. The fee differential is outrageous. Spot trading's fantastic on both, so I'm not going to encourage you not to go to both. But just I feel like there's more shady stuff that goes on at HOTCOIN. BITUNIX is A1 to me. A1. We want to talk about copy trading fees. That's something different. You know, that's something we have to deal with if we want to trade together. So many videos and busy. Can't always get to them all. No, sir. Stolen. No, you can't. And don't take many risks. Strictly hold. Yeah, no. I don't take a lot of risk at all most of the time. This is more risk with that $400 that could cost me, you know, like I said, about $150 in totality between XRP and these other small positions, because they only hold $130 or $140 in each position. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it, if done right. I'm not looking to get any richer than I would have in the normal spot holding. But yeah, so there's a lot that can happen. Right now, we're going to have to sit through this very short consolidation, as we know, right when the flip happens. You know, we're just going to have to sit through this, and we're going to have to wait it out. But I don't know how big it's going to be, to be honest. It could just be quick. You know, we could go quick. Quay, thank you so much for the $15. I don't know what denomination that is. How are you? Market's starting to look better for alts. Yes, they are looking a little bit better for alts. The alts look to have consolidated in a very nice way here. And I'm looking for more of these to start pushing off. Kind of like Doge did. Like Doge did here. I'm looking for some of these plays. And I'm looking for some of these to come up here. And Doge looks like it has a nice bull flag. Give credit to Miles too. I seen Miles put out a video yesterday. Earlier today. Doge consolidated to 19.5, and I give credit where credit's due. I seen Miles, he put out so if you're in his club, you can say that I shouted him out. But I put him on, because I follow him. He's one of the ones back in the day when Doge was at 0.0. He was doing it, and he's still doing it. Whether you like him or not, at least he stayed dedicated. But he said at 19.5, buy it right now, it's about to break out. And it went down to 19.2, and I seen some comments he got criticized. But he shouldn't have, because now it's at 20.2. So he was right. Doge up, but XRP can't move yet. Buy it up. We'll hit 60 in 2050. I mean, that's your perspective. That's your perspective, and you have the right to have it, but I'm not so sure. Got the last three? Excellent. But yeah. XRP's doing what it needs to do. XRP's doing what it needs to do. Charles, thank you so much for the $10 donation as well. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that so very much. Very supportive audience we have. So as the weekend goes on, I'm thinking we're going to have a more bullish weekend this weekend. I do. It might be one of our more bullish weekends we've had in a while. Digibyte looking fantastic as well. It's a nice V-shaped recovery. Nice reversal. My issue with DGB is the exchanges that I am on right now, I can't get it. I'm no longer associated with Uphold. And MEXC, now that it doesn't work for the USA, that was my last ace in the hole for Digibyte. So now I've been scrambling, but with no avail. So that's the only reason I haven't talked about it. And the only reason I don't have it right now. But, you know, we move in segments. And I have many other segments I can move in right now. Wait a minute. Is this still set from the time before? Did IOTA start moving? No, it couldn't have. This is just, it just never flipped. I was going to say it just never showed a flip. But I don't know. I don't know. I would like to believe that we're just going to continue on here. I would like to believe that we're going to, you know, but we're basically locked in place right now. So I'm gonna look at this from the positive perspective here this weekend. If it breaks down and I lose that copy trade $57, and then I lose a total of about it's gonna cost me, if this doesn't play out, between everything I have, it'll be about 175 bucks that I'm going to have to say goodbye to. And then when I relock my funds up, I'll have about 5,100 instead of 5,000, or 5,200 instead of 5,400, which would suck. But I also made almost $500 on spot trading, so the net positive would still be there. To put in perspective, I was under $5,000 before the spot trades, and now it's over about 5,400 and just a tiny bit of change. So when will I be on over the weekend? Well, every morning when I first get up, I still do an update on Friday or Saturday AM. I'll do a short on Saturday. It's just we have Christmas in Clawson on Saturday. The girls are going to be volunteering for Christmas at Clawson, so I've got to be available for my son here while Julie's probably going back and forth like a crazy lady. And, you know, Michigan plays. Not that we're going to win. We're playing Indiana, so we're about to get our you-know-what. But, oh, I don't have my hat on. We're the defending national champions after all. But I have my Florida hat on. So, I don't know. I probably won't be able to do a live tomorrow if I'm being honest. But Julie knows sometimes I surprise myself. So you'll at least get a nice long 20-plus minute update when I first wake up tomorrow. A short sometime during the day as well, which I haven't done a short in the last 2 days because I've just been putting out a lot of videos. But I suspect there will probably be a short sometime tonight as well, late tonight. So, but yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of stuff to talk about here on this live. 46 minutes, I think we did a good job here. I think we did a good job. I'm not saying I'm leaving just yet, but I think I got to everything I wanted. Does it make sense what I've talked about today? Did I make sense today? And I know I was a little excited today. I did things in a less professional manner today because I've expressed my portfolio more than I would like to. But I thought you know me, I'm open. I'm very open. So, remember earlier we talked about the liquidity zones and look what ended up happening. Ready? Let's get this out into... So I like to wait to refresh it until you guys come on. So, 77,750 strong liquidity still sitting there. But we did come up. We came up some today, so we managed to come up to some of that liquidity. We didn't take it all, though. We didn't come up high enough. We came up here. You know, we came up a little bit. Now we consolidated back down. But just above us, guys, and this is the crazy thing. I'm stunned. Look at that. And this is what gives me the optimism that we are nowhere near being done yet. Nowhere near. What is going on here? Nowhere near being done. Oh, let me refresh this. It didn't grab the biggest liquidity of all right here. It's almost like it saved it for the next tug. It's like it saved it for the next tug. If you copy Tom's move, you make money. Not all the time. Like I said, if this one doesn't play out, we're not going to make any money. When we were on HOTCOIN, we were plus $300 or some crap. On BLOFIN, I think it was minus like 30 or 40, and then I said, I can't do this. The fees are fucking ridiculous. Like, I was getting charged $11 for a 10x $150 trade. They were trying to charge me $11 to buy and $11 to sell. And once I realized that, I said, I was down even on trades when I was winning. So then I was waiting for BITUNIX, and it just happened to start. So that's the only reason I'm doing it. Only reason I'm doing it. 77,200. It grabs some of it, but look just above it. I mean, this is fascinating. 77,400. 77,700. 77,000, it got some of it, but look at, oh my God, there's such a big, that is so huge, that liquidity, that 500 million at 77,650, I believe it is. Oh, it's skipping. I hate when it does this. Oh my God, look at all that liquidity. It's just above us. And that created on this pullback here. On the pullback up, I mean, look at that candle it created. That is a very bullish candle. I'm sorry, there's just a lot of liquidity up there. I can't help but see that and be like, wow. Would they really let that sit there? And it's right there. We literally have a 1,000-point move in us. Bitcoin should have more than 1,000 points. Like, it looks like it's creating another. Look at this. Does it not look like a W reversal is forming right in front of our face? And somebody earlier said this morning, you know, the bearish divergence is in the hour. It looks pretty bearish. And yeah, the hourly's been doing that for some time now, and then it just keeps shooting it back up, keeps shooting it back up. It's very dangerous to short Bitcoin when it's in this kind of a rhythm. Just like the rest of the crypto market. You can find areas like today, XRP, if you would have shorted it from 55.7 area, you could have found about a 25% move in a 10x trade. It was very short-lived, but even now you could be up a tiny bit on that short. But a lot of people will ask traders why they don't like to go short. And it's simply because a lot of people that trade, they're looking at their spot positioning. So they're trying to keep their agenda and their mind sharp for that breakout possibility. If you keep going short, you're always going to look for a reason for it to drop instead of the reasons around you why it can go up. So I was guilty as charged on that for years. So once I started with crypto, I had to change my mindset. That's why you don't see me short very often at all. Although I'm not saying I never will. It's kind of like if you ever do sports betting. I don't ever like to bet the under on a player. I want them to prove me wrong by not going over. You know, I don't want them to... It's something like that. So, but yeah, that's what I got, ladies and gentlemen. So, I want to go continue my night here. It's Friday night. Full house. XRP looks like a beautiful bull flag in the 15. It does. Now, whether it plays out or not, who knows? It's XRP, right? 45, little bearish, I guess, but not much, if you want to call it. But it looks like we're building towards something. So we'll see. I hope I gave you guys a guiding hand here this evening. And if it breaks down out of this consolidation down below 54.22, it's trouble. Or 54.18, it's trouble. It's trouble. On the way out, XRP Healthcare, it's up, not much. Hasn't been up much, but it has moved out a little bit since it's hit our consolidation down at 216. Starting to swing around now. In time, it should come up to 2.625 cents. But remember, in this rotation, we talked about the next move should be about 238. But thank you all. I got to go. I got to go get a drink of water. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. I got to take a walk. My back is hurting me a little bit. And, yeah, that's how it is. So have a blessed evening, everybody. And I'm going to go hang out with Julie.